Welcome to 5 Minutes with Conor. I'm Conor Smith, and today we're diving in with another successful leader. Whether you're tackling operational challenges, technology, marketing, family history, every organization has a unique journey. Today, I'm excited to learn about Angela Breidenbach and her role as the Executive Director of the International Institute of Genealogical Studies. Welcome, Angela.
Thank you, and thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, very happy to have you, another fellow Missoulian, which is nice to have on the show. But I spit out those, 4 words. Probably a lot of people are like, what is that? Angela, would you take a little bit of time and just, talk a little bit about the Institute and what you guys do?
Absolutely, and thank you. We're an international online school helping people become professional genealogists. We're the only trade school in the world for it. So there's a lot of people who can go get their credentials in whatever type of business that they'd like. For instance, if you wanted to be an electrician or if you wanted to do something in another field, including like phlebotomy, you would go to something that would be a trade school or credentialing entity. So we are the only trade school in the world to help you become a professional genealogist. We also help you do continuing education, and we additionally can help you do professional development, building your business, whether you want to do that business as an entrepreneur, or if you want to do inside the industry, do your work for another entity such as Ancestry.com or MyHeritage.com, something like that.
Well, and people may not even know, Angela, so take it down another level. What does a genealogist do?
Oh, this one is a very deep and wide subject. There are literally hundreds of jobs for genealogists, but some of the most famous ones right now are if you're helping people understand their DNA, maybe you're helping them through being an adoption angel. But some of the jobs in genealogy that are maybe least known and most needed would be someone who has a really solid knowledge of technology and genealogy to help build websites, to help do the social media for it, to help do the website writing. Some of the jobs that I think are really fascinating for people are both the DNA, where you would be a DNA specialist, and we have people that are helping to repatriate World War II fallen soldiers and rebuild their family histories so that those that were left behind that maybe passed away, maybe there's other descendants now, and they need to find them so that person can decide whether they stay buried where they are, such as maybe the beaches of Normandy were where they fell, and maybe they're buried in the graveyards in France, or maybe they want to repatriate them and bury them in a family graveyard. Those are decisions that have to be made, and genealogists help with that. Another really fascinating one with DNA particularly is if you wanted to help solve crimes, cold crimes, things like that, we help people get jobs and work adjacent to the police department through their credentialing here. And they can be working with whether it's the government, whether it's a private detective agency, whether it's with, the sheriff or FBI or CIA. They might get hired as consulting adjacent, be able to help solve that crime. We have a student in Toronto, for example, who works with the Toronto police and has solved cold crimes that are many, many years old. And we're very proud of her. Her name is Lauren. We have a student doing the repatriation of World War II fallen soldiers. I'm very proud of her. She works with a contracted private detective through the U.S. government to repatriate those fallen soldiers. Her name's Christina. We've got other people that work in different areas doing things that help in, this sounds really odd, but in like sexual assault units, helping to solve those crimes and bring justice to those families and to those women. So let's take it outside of the DNA arena. If you wanted to be a personal historian, the job title encompasses, oh my gosh, so many opportunities. But some of the fun ones are going in and interviewing people one-on-one and helping them get their stories down on the page. Maybe you will write their book. Maybe you'll help them plan their family reunion, and you'll be the genealogist there interviewing each of the different members and helping write the biographies or building the degrees, you know. So it just literally, there's hundreds of jobs. And right now, the hot areas are our DNA, personal historian, and working adjacent to, you know, as I talked about, the companies that are helping with acknowledging
So,
and finding those crimes, you know, those criminals. Mhm.
so it sounds like it's a formalized program that helps people gain employment within a field that combines technology, history, science. What an interesting dynamic field. Let's take a
It's
step away from that. Oh, go ahead.
Mhm.
Sorry, what was that,
Oh,
Angela?
it's absolutely amazing because the sky's the limit in this industry right now.
Talk to us and about just how you define success. You know, put the institute down for a second. In your professional growth, your personal growth, how do you define success?
That is a very broad question, and I'm going to give you a couple of answers. The first one is personally, I think success is found in the joy of the work you do, the connection and belonging to the people that are around you. And I think that when you're able to make a living doing what you love, I think that is success. When you see the dawning in the eyes of the people that you teach, it brings you a huge sense of fulfillment. And I think that sense of fulfillment is success. So I think that's my personal and professional kind of wrapped up together. I also think that when you achieve something that you've had as a goal for a long time, it doesn't stop you there. You've made that one level of success, and then you set your sights on something new. I think that is also success because you have more to grow, more to learn, more to do, more people's lives to touch.
Yeah. Talk to us about an accomplishment that you're very proud of.
Okay, besides family, being a mother, that kind of a thing, I think,
Yeah. Yeah.
grandmother, I think that's obvious, you know, to a lot of people. It's amazing when you see how well your own kids are doing and how well your grandkids are doing.
Hmm.
Sometimes you want to take responsibility for that, but honestly, I think a lot of that is given by God. I don't think we can always
Mhm.
be responsible for that. Um, but I think that having taken on the school, the International Institute of Genealogical Studies, it was very, very old website. It was a lot of very old style of doing things, bringing it up into today's modern technology standards and giving it there's an old phrase that was used that was called high tech, high touch, giving it
Hmm.
that, but then having that personal connection to all of our students. I think at the end of my days, I would say this is something that I have personally achieved, but I haven't done it by myself. And being able to say thank you to some of the business angels around me, and being able to work with an organization like SCORE, where they provide you mentors and things like that. I hope that one day I will also be able to be a SCORE mentor, and I think that would be a very significant achievement after having finished my achievement with the International Institute of Genealogical Studies. But revamping this school and bringing it into what it is today, holy cow. 18 hours a day, 7 days a week for about 2.5 years. And then this
Right.
last year has been more like 12 hours a day and getting to take Sundays off. To me, that's a massive success achievement.
I love what you said about your vision for it of both high tech
Marketing is
and high
really
touch,
hard for
and
people. It's
yeah,
intangible,
lot of
it's
lift in
expensive, it
getting
doesn't
that
make
vision
sense.
realized.
Small businesses
An
And I
struggle
important
can only
with
say,
lesson,
and ultimately we try and
an
help
sorry.
important
people
lesson
make
that
it
you'd like
make
to
sense
share
and
from your
produce
career so
good
far.
return on investments for them.
Yes,
if you
I
can
think two
get
things
people
that
out of the
actually dovetail each other.
complexities and
It's
really just
crucial
help them
that you're
with
always
their story,
learning,
their
that
brand,
you're always staying up
and
with
then
current
truly
technology,
moving
that
off
you're
that stuff
open
into things that
to
actually
learning from
generate
people around you. When I took on this
leads for
school,
them.
and this is the
That's what they're
third
looking
business
for.
that I have created. It's going to be my last one, and I'm very excited about that. But I think knowing that when you step into something, even though the buck stops here, if you will, it's crucial to listen to the people that are in the job at the time and not steamroll them. Listen to them, listen to their advice, listen to their historic knowledge of what you're coming into, and be willing to continue to learn from those that are your staff, that are your peers, and that are your mentors. You cannot do this alone. And it's crucial that you allow that up and down movement of discussion knowledge, historical knowledge, and business mentorship to be a part of your journey.
Well, it's an interesting field. It's a wonderful service, and sounds like it's something that's in demand. Thank you for taking time to share your story today, Angela. Always inspiring to hear about how people are building their organization, navigating challenges, and creating more opportunity for everybody involved. For those of you listening, remember, success is so much more than just money. It's about perseverance, it's about growth, and faith in those around you, and so much more than yourself. I look forward to sharing more journeys like this on the next 5 Minutes with Conor. Angela, thank you so much for being here and sharing your story.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
Well, I learned a lot there, Angela.